Hi friends, in today's video we are going to discuss Batter My Heart 3% God, which is a sonnet by the metaphysical poet John Donne. This is going to be the first video of our HSST series, so here we begin. Holy Sonnet 14 or Batter My Heart 3% God is a sonnet by the metaphysical poet John Donne. It is a part of a series of 19 poems titled Holy Sonnets or Divine Meditations or Divine Sonnets. This was published in 1633, 2 years after the death of the author. It is an Italian or a Petrarchan sonnet. As you know, a sonnet consists of 14 lines, and a Petrarchan sonnet has an octave, which refers to 8 lines that put forward a problem, and a sestet, which puts forward a solution. Holy Sonnet 14 depicts a desperate plea to God to return to the speaker's soul. The poem makes a bold comparison of God's love to rough, erotic seduction. This unconventional portrayal of a speaker's longing for faith has made the poem quite popular. So here we have a line by line paraphrase of the poem. So it goes somewhat like this. Batter my heart, 3% God. So the speaker says, force yourself into my heart, God of the Holy Trinity. Holy Trinity refers to God the Creator, God the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So we continue. For you as yet, but knock, breathe, shine, and seek to mend. So the speaker continues, you were soft with me all this while, God. O Lord, you were soft with me all this while. You knocked at the door of my heart. You gently breathed at it and shone your light upon me in order to fix me. But all of this went in vain. That I may rise and stand, overthrow me and bend your force to break, blow, burn, and make me new. So, according to the speaker, I will be able to stand up straight in your faith only if you knock me over. I want you to break me, blow me down, burn me up, all in order to become a new person. I, like an usurped tongue to another due, labor to admit you, but oh, to no end. So the speaker thinks that I am like a town that has been conquered by an enemy. I am unable to let you in. Reason, your viceroy in me should defend, but is captive and proves weak or untrue. So my power of logical thinking, which should guard me, also seems to fail when God is away from me, says the speaker. Yet dearly I love you, and would be loved fain, but am betrothed unto your enemy. So here the speaker says that, but I am deeply in love with you, and I would be blessed if you love me. But unfortunately, I am married to your enemy. So, what does the speaker want? The speaker says, divorce me, untie or break that knot again. Take me to you, imprison me. The speaker says, please break my marriage with your enemy, kidnap me and imprison me. For I, except you enthrall me, never shall be free, nor ever chaste except you ravish me. So according to the speaker, I will never be free until you make me your slave. I will never be pure until you force yourself upon me. So this is how the poem ends. You may say that the poem explores the poet's personal crisis as he converted from Catholicism to Anglicanism or the Church of England. The speaker's central problem is he fails to admit God into his heart. To him, The only solution is to return to faith through forceful means. Speaker makes a bold comparison between faith in God and erotic love. It is a desire for ecstasy at a spiritual level, which is beyond a physical realm. Speaker believes passion is important in faith. So now let's take a look at the use of poetic devices in this poem. The use of apostrophe in this poem is quite striking. See, apostrophe, as we know, is a poetic device where the speaker directly addresses someone absent, a dead person or an inanimate object, or even an abstract idea like love or death, as if they could respond, creating dramatic effect and personification. So here the speaker is addressing to God in a commanding and desperate tone, as if God is a potential lover, and it adds to the dramatic effect of the poem. Then, the use of paradox in the poem is quite noteworthy. See, paradox refers to the poetic device which employs self contradictory statements or situations that, upon deeper reflection, reveals a greater truth or wisdom. So take a look at the lines like that I may rise and stand, overthrow me, and bend your force to break, blow, burn, and make me new. So the speaker asks God to break him in order to make him a new person. So in order for him to become better, he wants God to first of all break him. So that's quite contradictory. Then, if you take a look at this line, for I, except you enthrall me, never shall be free, nor ever chaste except you ravish me. So, in order for the speaker to become free, the speaker wants God to enslave him, to make him his slave. In order for the speaker to become pure, he wants God to force himself upon the speaker. So, all these statements are quite contradictory, but they definitely reveal a greater truth that you actually rise in your love for God. Then, the use of simile. Simile, as we know, is a poetic device which is a comparison between two things using the words like and as. So you might have noticed the use of simile in the line I like an usurped a town to another due, labor to admit you, but oh no end. The poet compares himself to a town that has been conquered by an enemy. So the speaker is not able to admit God into him since he has been conquered by someone else. Then, of course, the use of alliteration in the poem. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds in adjacent words in a poem. So, if you take a look at the line, your force to breathe, blow, burn. The sound burr sound, consonant sound is being repeated. The consonant sound is being repeated at the beginning of adjacent words. There are more instances of alliteration in the poem. Then we can also see caesura. See, caesura is a pause or break in poetry using punctuation like commas or semicolons or just natural speech patterns. See, here the poem is in the form of a conversation, not really a conversation. The speaker is addressing God, the speaker is talking to God. So in order to show his reluctance, in order to show the kind of thought process that the person is undergoing, you can see the use of numerous commas in the poem, which is the use of caesura in the poem. And we can also notice the use of polytauton, the poetic device polytauton in the poem. Polytauton is a very interesting poetic device. It is the use of words of the same root which is being repeated in the poem in different grammatical terms. So if I give you a few examples, it becomes more easier for you to understand. See, the things you own ends up owning you. On and owning. Love is not love, which alters when its alteration finds. See the verb alter and the noun alteration used in the same line. So polytoton is a poetic device where the words of the same root are repeated in different grammatical forms. So here, look at the line. Yet dearly I love you and would be loved again. See, to love and to be loved, the use of words of the same root in different grammatical forms. So this is just an overview of some of the poetic devices used in the poem. So yeah, that's all in this video. That's all about this video. I hope this will act as an introduction to the poem. I hope this will help you with your preparation. So stay tuned for more interesting videos. Thank you so much for listening. Bye. Take care.